Oh, I found the games. Guess who's back to Thrift. That's right, it is your boy Dabstroyero back again with episode number 30 of Thrifting Throwdown, the show all about adding video games to my collection on the cheap. I'm hitting the road going to flea markets, thrift shops, pawn shops, you name it, looking for the absolute best deals on video games that I can add to my collection.
That's a really good idea.
I'm trying to spend about $2 to $3 per game so I can build a massive collection as cheaply as possible. And to that end, I have been absolutely killing it out here thrifting lately. I crossed the 1,000 game threshold recently. Be sure to check out that episode if you haven't already. But let's take a look at where the collection stands today after my first 29 episodes of this series. As you can see, the collection is growing quickly and it has been one hell of a ride getting there. And I've got even more fun planned for today. I've got some thrift stores I'm going to be hitting up in the area, so I'm really looking forward to that. But before we get into the actual thrifting, I do want to remind you to hit that like button if you enjoy these videos. It lets me know that you enjoyed them, and it lets others know that it's a video worth watching. Even more importantly, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can join my tag team and become a little Dabamaniac. You can join me out here on the Thrifting Throwdown trail for every single episode. You'll be there for 2,000 games, 10,000 games. You're going to be there for every single one. And while you're here, be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you see anything interesting in the video that I missed, if you've been seeing anything out at your own local thrift shop, or if you just want to chat and talk about video games or thrifting. You guys always leave me some really interesting comments, so I'm looking forward to getting more of those. Also, just a quick reminder, you can follow me on social media. I've got a bunch of different social media accounts, and they're all at Dabstroyero, so be sure to check me out on your preferred social media platform. And the very last thing before we hit the road, I do want to remind you that at the end of the video, I show you my best thrift of the day. So stick around and you're going to see whatever the most profitable, highest value, coolest thing I picked up today was. So don't miss that. That wraps up the intro though. Let's hit the road and do some game hunting. Oh yeah! Look how old this Yahtzee game is. Super vintage. 1978. It's wild. Alright, bunch of DVDs, some CDs. I'm gonna look through these real quick. Alright, this is all I can find. Biggest Loser for $3. And this PC Sims.
It all starts with a little chicken.
He was like, when can I get married? Can I get married? He wanted like a courthouse wedding. He was like, no, I'm looking for his boyfriend. I know.
Thank you, yeah. If there's anything cheap, I might just grab it. Ghost. $2.99. Pretty sure I have that one, so I'm gonna skip that one for now. All right, just leaving Goodwill. I did pick up 3 titles. Got this cool Tetris Axis game for the 3DS, and this really cool lenticular Wii cover for Cars, Toon, Mater's Tall Tales. So yeah, some good pickups here, and then, you know, just the sports title, nothing special there. But yeah, good start to the day. Let's see if we can have some more luck somewhere else. Let's go. Oh, I found the games. Oh, $1, I'll get that. Wow. Okay. Gonna grab all those.
Oh, yeah! I didn't expect that.
Fiddlesticks! I hate losing.
All right, moving on down. $3 for the PS2. Three. There's a pretty good mix of games here. I'm gonna have to like really look through this and look some of these up, I think. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Be right back. Oh wait, I just saw these books here. That's kind of cool too. Just saw these accessories. Alright, so I went through those games, and as you can see, I got a whole stack because there were a bunch there that I wanted and need for the collection.
Yeah. After all, why not?
Just saw this. Wow, another dollar case. Yeah, there we go, Nintendo DS. Look, we got a hamburger car.
No Coke today. Aren't you cold out there?
Yeah, I couldn't see that's 8, but this bag right next to it here, I couldn't tell yeah. It looks like there's a tag on this side.
Yep, 18.
18. Oh, there's a game in there too. 18. I'm probably gonna skip it for 18. I was just curious what the price was on that, but I do want to look through this here.
No problem. Four.
All right, just got a major score at that thrift store. Big old bag, a bunch of Nintendo handheld cases, really cheap. So that was a cool little thrift stop. I've been there before, but didn't have much luck. But oh my God, look at the wind today. I'm gonna get sucked up into a tornado here. But yeah, I've been there before, didn't have much luck last time, but this time they had a great selection. So it just really goes to show, it depends on when you get to the thrift store. Sometimes you're gonna hit it big, sometimes you're gonna hit a bust. But that said, as you can see, it is gorgeous out aside from the wind. So I think it's time to hit the road and find more video games. Let's go. What do we got here? Some pet clothing. Do I need to dress up my cat as Wonder Woman? There you go, 1972. $2.99, not bad. I don't have that. Also good to see that the prices might be coming down here. $2.99, there we go, there we go. Any more Wii games mixed in here? Let's take a quick look and see what we can find. Alright, so I just went through all these. The only game I saw was this Battlefront for $7, which obviously, no thank you. But there was some other interesting stuff. So we got the Thundercats here. We've got Rune Soldier, which is an anime for $2.99. Oh, you know what? I lied. Here's another game. NHL 10 for $7. Anime can have some good values. I'm gonna have to look some of these up. Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
$3.99. More Thundercats.
Thundercats!
Wow, that's pretty cool. We got more Transformers down here. So much freaking Transformers. I think someone's whole set of anime and Transformers got donated. Oh, this is interesting. I don't like that price, but I don't think I've ever seen this game out in the wild. I'll look it up real quick. Oh yeah, then we've got some 360 stuff. $6.99. $6.99. $6.99.
$6.34.
All right, just leaving Goodwill. I did get 2 games here for about $6. Not too bad. They had a bunch of anime and a few other games that I could have considered, but I did end up looking them up, and you know, the other games weren't really worth all that much, and the anime necessarily wasn't worth that much. There was like one for $20 there, but I wasn't really gonna pull the trigger on that. So did manage to grab 2 Wii games though, so I'm pretty pleased with that. One nice thing is that these were only $2.99, which is a good sign because that Goodwill has been pricing things much higher recently. So I hope this is a sign that their prices are coming back down. Fingers crossed on that one. All right, we made it back to the game room, and today we've got One Punch Man Saitama, and we've also got Todoroki from My Hero Academia joining us for today's game haul.
趣味でヒーローをやっているものだ。
So let's dive straight into the pickups from today. Up first, I've got 2 Wii titles. I've got Wheel of Fortune. Obviously, we've got Pat Sajak there, Vanna White. Wheel of Fortune, that TV show that's been around pretty much forever. Also makes for a fun video game. So now I've got that in the collection. And then I also picked up this Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09 All Play. And All Play doesn't just describe his sex life, if you're familiar with the rumors.
He's a total freak.
But anyway, I digress. The only notable thing about these Tiger Woods games is that if you remember back to my 1000th game, it was actually Tiger Woods. So, so yeah, Tiger Woods, I think it was 07, if I remember correctly, was my 1000th game. So a little bit of interesting trivia there for you. But first 2 pickups of the day. Next, we've got a few more Goodwill pickups. This Tetris Axis game, which is pretty interesting. Tetris obviously has been around since almost the beginning of gaming. This goes way, way back to the handheld original days, Game Boy. I believe this was on Nintendo as well. And this is a modern updated version of Tetris. This does tend to sell pretty well. I think it's about $20 since it's a 3DS game. That does help the value a little bit. So that's a good pickup for me. I think I picked that up for $3. I also picked up NCAA Football 2012. Nothing really special about this. I just didn't have it in the collection, so I grabbed it. And then of course, one of the cooler pickups of the day, this lenticular covered Cars Wii game, Mater's Tall Tales. As you can see, the lenticular cover there doing its thing. Yeah, this surprisingly doesn't have really good value. This is like a cheaper game. So I paid almost what it's worth pretty much, but it's still one I didn't have in the collection. It had the lenticular cover, so I jumped on it. And if I'm lying, I'm crying.
I don't care who you are, that's funny right there.
And those were all the Goodwill pickups from today. Now I'm going to jump into the pickups from that other thrift shop where I had so many scores. And before I get into the actual game pickups, I got to show you some of the other accessories that I picked up. And there's a reason I've got Saitama here today. Ugh, I gotta reach for him. He is carrying his grocery bag, and as you're about to see, today was a major bag alert.
Bag alert, major bag alert, major bag alert, major bag alert.
So yeah, look at all these different DS cases we got. We picked every single one of these up today for $1. I cannot believe that price. That is ridiculous to me. Some of these aren't too special, like this one, obviously just a plain gray pouch. This one, hard shell case. And then we've got this plain, I mean, I like the stitching on this. It looks kind of cool, but it's a little bit dingy. Like nothing too special here, but I know this Hello Kitty carrying case has a little bit of value. This is a pretty cool find, and it's a little dingy, but I think I'm gonna try to clean this up and see if I can get it looking a little bit nicer. But $4 here for 4 bags. This is probably $30 or more, $40 or more in value. So I don't necessarily go out looking for this sort of thing, but I'm not gonna pass up that kind of deal when I see it. So I'll add these to the collection, get them up on the shelf or something. Really hyped about that find. All right, now that we made it through the bag alert, we can get into the actual game pickups from that thrift store. And we're starting off with our only DS pickup of today. Obviously, we've got the 3DS pickup over there, but we've got Dora's Cooking Club. Pretty much Nintendo shovelware. I mean, it's a Dora cooking game, so this is really marketed towards kids who like food. But if you ever wanted to know how to make a big bowl of salt, if you wanted to cut peppers, this is the game for you, especially if you love this feature. It's basically the Domino's pizza tracker, so yeah, you're gonna love watching your food bake. It's really thrilling. ... And then of course the official poker, World Series of Poker game for Xbox. This is obviously a game that you see pretty often when you're thrifting, so not necessarily one that's anything special, and I already have it in my collection, but look how nice the case is on this. really good condition. So as I always say, it's a potential case upgrade. So for the price I'm paying at $2 or $3 a piece, I have no problem picking up something like this as a case upgrade for one of my better pricier games that may need it.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. That's how we make the dough.
Plus, who wouldn't want to pull up a chair and play against the best in the world, including grizzled Hank McCoy, Max Pescatori, Man the Master, all these classics playing for that watch, I guess. Poker, poker, poker.
It means gambling. Keep gambling.
Continuing right along, we picked up 2 fun compilation style games. We've got this Ultimate Board Game Collection, which does have 12 different games on it. Pretty fun. I like these compilation games because you can always throw them in and find something to do for a few minutes. So I was definitely interested in this when I saw it. And then of course I've got this Namco Museum remix game. These are like modern versions of the games that have been updated to be more playable with the Wii. So you've got a little bit of new mixed with a little bit of old here. So that's still kind of interesting. 2 more Wii pickups here. We've got Winter Sports 2, The Next Challenge, which I was surprised. I thought this used to have a little bit more value than it does, but I think some of these Wii games are coming down just because they are so common. And then, of course, I picked up this Mortimer Beckett and the Secrets of Spooky Manor, which I haven't seen before. I thought this might be an interesting title to play. It looks sort of like a Clue or a murder mystery style game, so that could be fun to check out at some point. Maybe a candidate for playing on Twitch. And here are the last 2 pickups of the day. We actually picked up 2 different Toy Story games at the same thrift stop, which to me means that someone traded in both of these at the same time, probably.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
But we've got Toy Story 3 and we've got Toy Story Mania. So this one is a full game. It does have a single player story mode. It's also got a toy box mode. So that one looks kind of interesting. This one's more of a target shooting game. As you can see, you've got a bunch of carnival style games like you're shooting the targets. You've got a ring toss style game. And I know that this one came with 3D glasses, but this actually doesn't have them with it. So I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for that to get a complete game here. But still pretty interesting. Since they're Toy Story Disney properties, I imagine at some point they're gonna go up a little bit in value. So I don't mind picking these up for $3 or $4, whatever I ended up paying for them. So pretty good, pretty happy to add these to my collection actually. And there you have it. There's our total haul for today. We had a pretty successful day, especially when it comes to these Wii games. We added so many Wii games to the collection today, but we also managed to diversify. We added a few different games there. We've got some DS stuff, some PlayStation stuff. So really pleased with the pickups today, especially these bags that I only paid $1 for. To me, that absolutely blows my mind that I was able to find these branded Nintendo bags. I found them for $1 a piece, which is absolutely wild. And really that's the whole point of Thrifting Throwdown. I want to find this stuff as cheaply as possible. But accessories aside, the name of the game here is adding games to my collection. So I know my game collection has been growing rapidly. Let's see where things stand after all of the pickups from today. After these Wii games, the DS games, where do we stand? And as you can see, the collection is still growing. This is amazing. We are having so much progress here. I'm really excited to see just how big this collection can grow. I don't know about you. But to that end, if you love watching my collection grow, if you love hunting for video games, if you love thrifting, if you love gaming in general, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribing lets you join my tag team so you can follow along on every single episode of Thrifting Throwdown. You can become a little Dabamaniac and be right there out there alongside me on the video game hunting trail. Also, if you made it this far, you probably enjoyed the video, so be sure to hit that like button. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and more importantly, it lets others know that it's a video worth watching. And also, don't forget, you can comment down below. A few of you have had some really fun, interesting conversations with me. I've learned some interesting things about your own thrifting techniques, so lots of fun. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Before we wrap up, I also want to remind you, you can follow me on social media. I've got a bunch of different social media sites you can check out, so feel free to follow me on your preferred app. But that does wrap things up for me. I want to remind you that my best thrift of the day is coming up in a moment, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But I think it's about time to call it a day, so thank you for joining me for this Thrifting Throwdown. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episode, and keep on thrifting. Have a good one.